Welcome to Election Night in America. The fight for the presidency, the battle for Congress. The people are choosing. The world is watching. It all comes down to this night, this choice. Democratic candidate President Pete Buttigieg argues he's the one to handle this crisis and lead America. I can handle this crisis. Don't listen to the critics who say that I can't. Republican challenger Governor Isaiah W. Long, arguing he's the one to restore the nation's soul and become the 50th president. I tell you, there's something sick at the soul of this nation. I am the one who can restore that soul. Who will the people choose? The votes are coming in and polls are closing. Let's head over to our man Johnny at election headquarters at CNN as the polls are first closing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Election Night in America 2048 between the Democratic incumbent president Pete Buttigieg and North Carolina challenger Governor Isaiah W. Long of North Carolina. These two men have fought hard, neck and neck, all the way. The polls have Buttigieg winning this for a long time now. There's only about 4 or 5 polls that have Governor Long pulling away and winning this one. Let's take a look at our map for tonight. Polls are about to close here at 7 for decision night 2048. Let's take a look at our map now. Look at this. So Governor Long, President Buttigieg, as you see up there, but we have our electoral map updated now. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 2048 electoral map, and we're about to get some poll closings. We have poll closings in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Vermont, Georgia, many other states, and all right, we're gonna have to see. We have a major projections here for a race projection here from CNN. Because of his lead, CNN can now project that Governor Isaiah W. Long will carry the state of Kentucky and its 8 electoral votes. That's a snatch for Governor Long. We can also project that he will snatch the state of Indiana, no surprise in either of those two, but he will take Indiana and its 11 electoral votes. We can also project that the President Pete Buttigieg will take Vermont and its 3 electoral votes, no surprise there either. Let's take a look at the map. So this is an early map. Of course, the Governor Long has a 19-3 lead on the President Pete Buttigieg. But what we're really going to be looking at tonight, hard, is the battleground states. And by battleground states, of course, I am talking about Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, and Arizona, the swing states, the battleground states. Everybody knows, President Pete Buttigieg took all of those last election, 2044, in his defeat of Republican President Ted Cruz. And he swept those battleground states and easily won the election. So we're going to have to see if he does it today. As polls are closing in Michigan, 1% reporting in, and he has a 95% to 3% lead. We're not going to say the third-party candidates because nobody cares about them. We're worried about the Republican and Democratic parties candidates. And that's what happened between them. We have projections now here, and we can go ahead and project that Wyoming will go, and its 3 electoral votes will go to Governor Isaiah W. Long, no surprise there, and Maryland and its 10 electoral votes will go to the President Pete Buttigieg, giving him 10. We can also predict that Delaware and its 3 will be going to the President, and New York and its 27 hubba bubba electoral votes will also go to the President. So now President Buttigieg has a 43-22 electoral lead. Wisconsin, it's got only 5% in, but they are favoring Governor Long right now by a margin of 95% to 5%. Zero third party there, that's surprising. To 5% when it comes to uh, the vote lead there for President Long. I know there's only 5% in, but it looks it's looking good for uh, Governor Long, and we'll see. Oh, we have race projections coming from our CNN Election Central desk. We can now project that Illinois will go to President Pete Buttigieg in its 19 electoral votes. We also predict that Utah will, in its 6 electoral votes, will be carried by the governor Isaiah W. Long. And now President Buttigieg takes a 62-28 lead on Governor Long. He's gaining on the governor, and what's that? All right, we got some projections coming in. Sorry, guys. Minnesota and its 9 electoral votes will go to the president. Washington, D.C., and its 3 electoral votes will also go to the president. And now President Buttigieg has a 74-28 lead on Governor Isaiah W. Long, Republican challenger. But those battleground states, they have early returns in. Michigan is the only battleground state with their early returns that is going for Buttigieg. The other early returns, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, Florida, and Arizona, are all looking in favor of Governor Long, as we have some more race projections in here. We can project that the state of Washington will go to the president, and the state of Ohio will go to Governor Long. California and their 55 electoral votes will go to the president. And now that expands President Buttigieg's lead to 141-32 over 100 electoral vote lead here. But like I said, watch those battleground states that 5 out of 6 of them and their early returns are favoring Governor Long. And when you can get out in front of them, in front of your candidate in battleground states like that, especially early, that makes it look good for you. So even for Buttigieg, and he's out early, even though his lead is dwindling in Michigan, he is out early, so that does look good for him. Because we got a projection in. Here we go. Montana and its 4 electoral votes. Not surprised here. Governor Long will take Montana and Mississippi and South Dakota. All 3 of those will go to Long. Connecticut will go to the president, and he will carry their 7 electoral votes. As now the lead has expanded to 148-45. Actually, it's only a 103-point lead now. It was bigger than that earlier. So, like I said, looking at these battleground states, Texas just slowed down or just shut down their polls, and they are having 50% reporting in already, and it is already looking really good for Governor Long, as he has an 83% to 17% lead over the president. Although the urban counties like Houston and Dallas and Fort Worth and San Antonio and Austin, they have yet to count, but still some urban counties, including El Paso, but including some urban counties or some rural counties need to be counted as well, as we have projections in. New Jersey will fall to the president, and he will take their 14 electoral votes. Rhode Island and their 3 will go to the president. Nevada, surprise, surprise, this is the first surprise of the night. Nevada and its 6 electoral votes will go to Governor Long. So that is just amazing that he has stolen Nevada. Look at the electoral map now. It's expanded. The lead is expanded for Buttigieg, 165-51 electoral votes. And we're going to be talking about those battleground states a lot tonight as the night progresses. And it is getting really tight in Oregon, and we may not be able to call that just quite yet. So be on the lookout for Oregon and stuff. Oh, we got a projection in. Okay, this might not look good for Governor. And we can project now that Oregon and its 8 electoral votes will go to the president. Really not a big surprise there, as he will sweep the entire West Coast except for Nevada. We can also project that Oklahoma, the Sooner State, will go to Governor Long. Louisiana and its 8 electoral votes will also go to Governor Long. Not a big surprise there. And Missouri and its 10 electoral votes will also go to Governor Long. As you see here, 173 for Pete Buttigieg and the Democrats to 76 for Governor Long and the Republicans. Not only is this presidential race looking good for the Republicans, the Senate and the House race is also looking good as they look to take back the House and the Senate. So, like I said, we got to watch these battleground states here as we got projections coming in. Well, actually, okay, they called him back. Let's talk about the swing states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Florida, Ohio. What did they have in common? They're all swing states, and they were all taken by President Pete Buttigieg in the 2044 election. Now, let's talk about Wisconsin. He won there by about 5%. He won in Michigan by about 17%. Pennsylvania by about 13%. Arizona by 1%. Florida by about 3%. And Ohio by 1%. So he narrowly won most of these states. But that's why they're called swing states. And right now, Wisconsin, Governor Long, he has a 15% lead there. In Michigan, the president has a 33% lead there, and in Pennsylvania, Governor Long, he has a 27% lead there. In Arizona, he has a 12% lead there, and in Florida, he has a 4% lead there, and then in Ohio, he has a 13% lead in Ohio. But of course, not fully has it reported in. Let's take a look at the 2044 election map here. As you see, when President Buttigieg won the presidency last election in 2044, 334 to 204 against Republican incumbent Ted Cruz. As you see here, it was really not a battle. He built the blue West Coast blue wall, and he actually sent it to Arizona. And he built the Great Lakes blue wall, the northern blue wall. He even took Florida, and it was really a blowout. He actually nearly took Indiana. This year, he wasn't even close. It was 80% to like 13%, and but it was really close against him and Ted Cruz. It was about 3% win for Ted Cruz there. So, when we examine the likelihood of different states being taken by the president, we have to examine where things have gone in the past, and that's how you project different things here. So now we can project that New Mexico will go to the President Pete Buttigieg now, but Alabama will go to Governor Long. Which is projected Maine will go blue once again. Not a big surprise there. And West Virginia, once again, will go red. Not some big surprises in any of those states. Let's look at the electoral map again. The president has a lead 182 to 88 on his Republican challenger. I'm going to keep going back to these battleground states. Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida. And that's what I get to keep going back to here on this as we have major projections coming in. New Hampshire will go to the president and will go blue. Colorado, once again, will go blue. Iowa will go red to the governor. As you look at the electoral map now. Okay, so now, hold on a minute. We got projections coming in from the CNN election center desk. We can now project that South Carolina will send its 9 electoral votes to the Governor Isaiah W. Long, as he will take South Carolina. Not big surprise. Tennessee will send a gift basket. It's 11 electoral votes to Governor Long. That sure does help that states that are dominantly Republican are finally coming in. We have Massachusetts and its 11 electoral votes going to the President Pete Buttigieg here. So he adds 11 electoral votes onto his column. Texas, and it's now 41 electoral votes, goes to the Governor Isaiah W. Long. He will take that, and that's going to be a major boost for him. Georgia, 16 electoral votes. That will go in the Governor Long's column. And North Carolina and its 16 electoral votes will also go to Governor Long and put in his column as well. stuff that is starting to come in. It's starting to trickle down. President Buttigieg's lead, from to 207 to 187 over Governor Long. But as you see here, these battleground states, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Florida, he's starting to pull away in Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Wisconsin, and they're still fighting in Arizona, and it's too close to call in Michigan. Now, for Buttigieg to win, he really needs to snuff out a dominantly Republican state. Maybe snuff out a state like Arkansas, or maybe come back and take the lead in Florida. But what it would help, he needs to come back and win in Arizona, and maybe even snuff out Alaska to get that victory, because it's not looking too good for him right now. We have projections coming in now that the state of Hawaii, will send its 4 electoral votes to the president, Pete Buttigieg. Kansas and its 6 electoral votes will go to Governor Isaiah W. Long, as well as Nebraska will send its 5 electoral votes to Governor Long. North Dakota, 3 electoral votes going straight to Long, and that's going to help him out a lot. And Alaska has been called now. Alaska will go to Governor Long and send its 3 electoral votes to him. So we should look at the map right now. It's 204 to 211 lead for Pete Buttigieg, President Buttigieg, over Governor Isaiah W. Long. But, like I said, he's got a lead in Florida, Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio. I'm not sure there's more that President Buttigieg can do. I mean, he can try to come back. He needs to come back and take Arizona, take Michigan, take Virginia, and maybe snuff out Arkansas and Florida, and he can win the presidency. But it's going to be pretty tough because it's not looking good. And we have projection coming in that Florida will send its 31 electoral votes to Governor Long. Florida is going red, so that really died pretty much. That's the first battleground state that we have now called for Governor Long, and that's probably going to be the first of many for Governor Long, and it's just looking worse and worse for President Buttigieg tonight here. So look at the electoral map. Governor Long has a 235 to 211 lead over President Buttigieg. Like, this is just incredible. He is kicking butt. As we have another projection in tonight, Wisconsin and its 10 electoral votes will go to Governor Long here. As you look at the map, 245 to 211. And Arizona and its 12 electoral votes are going to Governor Long. As you see here, that puts him at 257, which means now for President Buttigieg to win, he needs to come back and win Ohio, come back and win Pennsylvania, win Virginia, come back and win Arkansas, and win Michigan. He has to sweep the rest of the states to be reelected president of the United States for a second term. But it doesn't look like he's going to do it, because we have another update and projection from our projection desk. Arkansas will go to Governor Long, as he will take the state of Arkansas and make 6 electoral votes. And the South is going blood red, as well as Virginia. Virginia, ladies and gentlemen. Virginia, the state of Virginia and its 13 electoral votes are going to Governor Long. And that spells the end for President Pete Buttigieg, as Governor Long has come back and taken Virginia for the first time that anyone has done that since about 1996. So this now means that Governor Long is now President-elect Long of the United States of America, as he has surpassed 270, and we still have votes counting, as it looks like Michigan, nothing's going to do it now for the president, as he will lose his bid for a second term, and Governor Long will become President of the United States of America come January 20th, 2049. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. CNN can now project that the president-elect of the United States is Isaiah W. Long. Right now, he has 276 electoral votes, and that is why we can project, because he has leads in major states, major leads, with 99% reporting in all of those. So that's why we can safely project that the president-elect will be Isaiah W. Long. We can also project now that Ohio will go to Governor Long, now President-elect Long, and the 17 electoral votes. Pennsylvania and its 19 will also go to the president-elect. See here now, Long has increased his lead to 312 to 211 over the president, Pete Buttigieg. And right now, I have an update now that the president-elect Long has taken the lead 50.3% to 50.1% for President Buttigieg here in Michigan. And so now, again, we can project the president-elect Isaiah W. Long with 312 electoral votes. Now we have another projection here with his lead climbing and 99% reporting in, now 100%. Okay. We can project that Michigan will go to president-elect and he will sweep all of the battleground states, as President Buttigieg was not able to rebuild his blue walls, as he will sweep all those battleground states. And this is the final electoral map for this year. Isaiah W. Long takes the win, 327 electoral votes to President Buttigieg's 211. President-elect Isaiah W. Long with 327 electoral votes. And now we just have confirmation that President-elect Long is about to speak from his headquarters in Hickory, North Carolina. Let's listen in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President-elect of the United States, Isaiah W. Long. Thank you, hello. Thank you. America, we have won. We have won. America will not die. Thank you. You know, all the experts said Long doesn't have a chance. Look at me now, haters. Keep up them predictions. You see who's your president-elect. Thank you. You know, when I was 13, I first decided that I wanted to be president. But I didn't know how hard that would be. In 2032, I stood before you, as I do today, and announced my candidacy for Congress. Won in a grueling match. I won a re-election in 2034, 2036, and 2038. In Congress, I championed the Anti-BLM Act, effectively ending their violence. I also signed off on the Straight Marriage Act, illegalizing gay marriage. And I also signed off on the Anti-Abortion Act, which pretty much made abortion illegal up to term, helping America, restoring the soul of this great nation. Thank you. So in 2040, I stood in front of you and said, like I do today, and said that I would be running for governor of North Carolina. I won that against the incumbent Laura Fisher. I won re-election again in 2044 when many thought I would run for president. No, I ran for re-election as your governor and won against. So we heard a snippet from his victory speech. You can access that on our website now, his victory speech. We'll probably post it. Now we're going to go quickly and watch a little snippet. President Pete Buttigieg to concede from the White House Oval Office. And so let's hear in from him. Hello, my fellow Americans. I am your president, the 49th President of the United States, Pete Buttigieg. Well, tonight didn't go exactly how me and my supporters would have wanted it, but what are you gonna do? The American people have spoken. That's the beautiful thing about our democracy, is that the people choose. I don't choose. I would have chosen myself. No, the people choose, and you have chosen. I feel disheartened that you have chosen to elect me out of office and replace me with the new president-elect. I also want to say that, Yes, I am coming to you from the Oval Office in the White House. This desk, this room, has been occupied by one of the greatest leaders in American history, maybe despite Richard Nixon. From the days of Theodore Roosevelt, presidents have occupied this desk. Him, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson. William Howard Taft now, we go back to see what their achievements are. William Howard Taft found out how not to get stuck in a bathtub here. Woodrow Wilson found out how to win World War I. Warren G. Harding figured out how to impregnate his neighbor's wife. Calvin Coolidge found out how to speak. Robert Hoover found out how to build a dam. FDR found out how to win World War II. Harry Truman found out how to bomb Japan. Dwight D. Eisenhower found out how to be so popular that the American people love you almost unanimously. John F. Kennedy found out how to champion for civil rights. Lyndon B. Johnson found out how to sign the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Richard Nixon found out how to resign. And Gerald Ford found out how to play the presidency and not football. Jim Carter found out how to run a country, not a peanut farm. Ronald Reagan found out how to take down the Soviets and win the Cold War. George Herbert Walker Bush found out how to be George Herbert Walker Bush and win the Iraqi War. Bill Clinton found out that he can't cover up his secrets forever. George W. Bush found out how to rally Americans after the tragedy of 9/11. Barack Obama found out how to be a cavalier as the first African American president. Donald Trump found out how to break with tradition and bring his businessman persona to the White House. Mike Pence found out